Abbie from My Life Your Runway, and I'm here with a collab! I love doing collabs here on my channel. So this one is actually just a one and done. It's not ongoing like all the project pans that I'm doing with other lovely ladies. This one's called #Recreated Naked Heat Collab. So basically the point is, so many of us watch hundreds of YouTube videos and that influences what we buy, makeup wise of course. And so when the Naked Heat came out, it's like every other thing. Like everyone goes crazy for 2 minutes and then like that was only like 2 months ago. Nobody's talking about it anymore. So what I thought of, and the other ladies that I'm about to tell you about, we all kind of chipped in and came up with some ideas. So we went into our collections and pulled products that we already owned, and we found a video on YouTube and we recreated the look that Angela Bright used. We'll have her link down below. Thank you, Angela. She doesn't know us, doesn't know we're doing this, but thank you for posting your creativity, sharing it with all of us, and inspiring us. We took her video and we tried to recreate it. She used the Urban Decay palette and she also brought in a liquid moon dust shadow. So we recreated that, and this is actually what mine looks like, and I think it turned out pretty well. I don't know if it looks exactly like hers. I think it looks better than what I would have naturally come up with by myself. So I love it. All the other ladies who are joining in, they recreated the look, and maybe because we all use different products and we all have different styles, I'm sure it all came out very different from each other. So let me tell you about the ladies who are in the collab. I'm going to look down at my phone so I make sure I include everyone. So the first person is Besty, Make Up Your Mind. Love her. I've done so many collabs with her. Kristen, Beauty by Beautiful Disaster. Also another lady I always do collabs with on my channel. Absolutely love her. Jen from Glam Moms, another love. I'm so excited to see all their videos. Meg Phillips, another love. I'm so excited. Amy, I'm so sorry, Amy. We have recently collabed and I've gotten to know her. Her channel is beautiful and I'm really excited to see her look. Amber F, hey girl, she is the person that inspired me to pan. I remember when I saw her pan a Naked Heat palette, I was like, you said what? I'm so excited. She's a big supporter of Shop Your Stash. Use what's in your stash. So I'm really excited she's a part of this. Jennifer, Amusing and Beauty. She's new to me. I'm so excited to get to know her through this collab. We've commented on social media and followed each other on Instagram, but we're still getting to know each other, so I'm so excited she was a part of this. And then Simone, my girl, always holding it down on IG. I'll have her Instagram name below. She's just going to do a photo of her recreation. And then that is it for everyone. There were a lot of ladies who wanted to join, and I love, but you know, with our busy schedules, we can only fit so much into our lives. So maybe next time those ladies can jump into a collab with me and some of these other people. So if you want to see how I recreated this look, I did do the eyes first, and then I walked you through my face makeup just because I love watching when people do full face of makeup, so I wanted to give that to you guys. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Here we go. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is go in with Primer Potion. This is by Urban Decay, the original. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger, and I am panning this item, so it's kind of hard to squeeze it out, but you don't need too much. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my both lids and then set it with a powder. I'm just going to use one from Wet n Wild. It is a yellow base powder, as you can see. Just taking a flat brush and running that over my lids. I'm so excited for this video because I mean, how many of us try to recreate these tutorials with either what we have or we go out and we buy these palettes? Like, I feel like for me, I'll watch so many tutorials that I'll buy products and then I don't ever actually go and try to recreate the tutorial that inspired me to buy the product. I mean, I'll make other looks and that kind of thing and get inspiration, but I don't often actually go back and like, oh yeah, let me try to recreate it now. And part of this with a lot of the ladies doing this are from the Project Pan fam. Hey! It's just like a community of people who just like, let's just use what we have and what we've already purchased, and not that we don't still love to buy makeup, but let's kind of really put a lot of thought into our collection before we go and be true consumerists and buy all the stuff. Just making smart decisions so that you don't get stuck with stuff that you actually don't want. So let me watch the video to see the first step. Okay, she took Sauced, and since I don't own the Urban Decay Naked palette, I almost bought it when it first came out, but after watching it in the reviews, I don't doubt the quality of it. It's just something I'm not personally interested in buying anymore. So I have Blurred, and this is from a melt stack right here called Dark Matters. So this is very close to what is called Sauce in the pan. And so she uses this on a crease brush just to rub above the crease. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I really love these melt stacks. I think they're truly worth the price tag. It's not too bad, but it's 4 colors for about the price of a Naked palette. So it's a little bit on the pricey side, but I think it is worth the money for sure. So just kind of building that up in the crease. And I'm going to turn my light down just a little bit. Yeah, so I almost was going to buy this, and after looking into my palette, I actually went through my collection and counted like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 warm toned palettes that I wouldn't call dupes to this, but are similar enough that I couldn't justify it. And like I said, the melt stacks, a little bit more money, but you're supporting an independent company. They're vegan, cruelty free, all that stuff, and they're just solid. They're just so solid. I want to buy more from them. They just released a metallic stack. I really want that, but you know, I'm still a consumerist. I just try to be less of a consumerist. Alright, next she took He Devil, which is like this brown with a red tint to it. So I went into my NYX Ultimate. This is the warm neutrals. I love this. They have a few in this range. I've only tried the warm neutrals. The quality is amazing. They have new ones out. They have one that's more like a rust color that's very similar to the Naked Heat that I think I would like to purchase. But for that, I'm going to take this color here. It is a brown with a red tint, and she took a brush and just kind of stuck it in her outer corner. So I'm taking the Real Techniques brush, and that's what I'm going to do right here. So just tapping it in and then tapping it off, and we're just going to focus on the outer edge, kind of bringing it down just a little bit, and we're going to take time to build it up just a little bit. I am looking down into a mirror that's right below the camera, so but I also want to give you guys a good view of me building this up. So just taking it right there, and then we're going to take that excess and just run it right here, right below that transition color, back and forth. Now we're going to go back in with Blur, and just taking a little bit back on that brush, and we're just going to rub it back over the transition above the crease just to kind of keep building. We want this color to peek through. We just don't want it to be the star of the show. Alright, next she takes Cayenne on like a pencil type brush to deepen the edge. So from that same melt stack, this is Unseen. And Cayenne, from what I can tell from the video, is like this more brown, true brown color. So I'm going to take that with the Real Techniques. It's a Pointer Brush 201. And we're just going to tap it in and then tap it off. And for this, I'm just basically going to stamp it on the outer edge, because we're going to try to keep this truly on the edge and then run it into the crease just a little bit. You can really focus where you want that color without it going anywhere. When I did my first recreate video, I think where I messed up was I didn't really change my brushes out that much, so my look pretty much, it didn't have that like contrast in it that I really wanted to have. So I'm hoping I will get that with this look. Pencil brushes are nice because you can really focus where you want that color without it going anywhere. When I did my first recreate video, I think where I messed up was I didn't really change my brushes out that much, so my look pretty much, it didn't have that like contrast in it that I really wanted to have. So I'm hoping I will get that with this look. I will say though, that last video that I did, I'll link down below, that's probably the best eye look I've ever done. So I think you can definitely learn a lot from these tutorials. So that is everything with that color. So we're going to go in and see what the next step is. Okay, now we're going back with blur, and we're just again going to blend out the outer edge right here. Just want it all to remain soft. The more you blend throughout the process, the more your look is going to build, opposed to trying to shade it at the end. You'll lose a lot of the color transitions that you're trying to get that make the looks look so powerful. And then without any extra product, I'm going to use that same brush that I used for the second color just to run in the crease just a little bit. Alright, next she takes Ashes on that same pointer brush that we just used. For that, I'm going to use this color. Ashes is like a brown purple tinted color. I don't really have that, but I think this brown, it kind of has a little bit of a tint of a purple, and these shadows don't have names, but if you look at the palette, it's on the bottom left corner when you open it up. So I'm just going to take that on the pencil brush, tap it off, and I'm only going to stamp it on that outer edge on both eyes just to intensify the outer edge. Okay, and so for this color, she didn't drag it through the crease. She only kept it there. So I'm going to keep deepening that up because that is only where that color is going to stay. Okay, so right there, just going back and forth. This NYX palette, I wouldn't say it's a dupe, but you can get similar looks. But I say it's not a dupe because the formula is not as pigmented as the Naked palettes, I don't think. So I'm going to go back in with the brush we used for the second time and just blend that out just a little bit. Just running that through. Okay, taking Blur, the color, the first color, and just kind of smoothing out, making this a seamless transition. Okay, Angela in the tutorial used one of the Moon Dust liquid I guess eyeshadow liners. I'm not for sure what they are. So I'm gonna take Stilla. This is Kitten Karma. I really love this color. These you basically just want to stamp on basically in your crease and then let it be. What I like to do is turn my mirror onto like the super magnified side and get really close so that I can make sure I'm only getting it right there, because they will transfer a little bit if you're not careful. So I'm going to set up the camera so you can see me do that. Alright, so I have that on my lids now. So we're going to work on the bottom lash line. First going in with He Double, which if you remember was this like kind of red brown color. So we're going to smoke that on the bottom lash. Okay, and then she goes in with Ashes, which was like this purple brown color. So I'm going to take that pencil pointer brush and also rub it underneath. Next she puts a black liner on her bottom lash line. I'm going to do this off camera. She did not do any like liner or wing or anything on the top lashes. So she just went ahead and did mascara and falsies. I do not wear falsies, so I'm going to put on Urban Decay Perversion. So I'm going to do this and fill in my brows using the KaBrow by Benefit. I'll do these three things off camera and come back and we'll do the rest of my face. Alright, for sake of this video, we're just going to fly through the face makeup. You can tell my eyes, I look a little raccoon-eyed because there's no makeup to balance this dramatic look. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to use the Mercier. This is the foundation, primer, and hydrating. It is like a lotion. It's so nice. Next we're going to go in with foundation. This is Neutrogena Hydro Boost, and mine is in 40 Nude. I did take the stopper out of mine so that I get more product out at once. The Age Rewind, this is in the Brightner one, and I'm just going to run it just kind of like in the inner corner of my eyes right there, just trying to counteract what the under eye makeup is doing from the eyeshadow, so that it doesn't look so like raccoony. You can see that Brightner is no joke. Look at that. That's insane. So to set the eyes, we're going to go back into the contour Wet n Wild. This is Caramel Toffee. Just taking that yellow. Then I'm going to take this loose powder. This is number 7. I've been really enjoying this. This is the translucent powder. I take it with my Real Technique setting brush. Loose powder is just so messy at all times. Like, there's just no way around it. But I do enjoy using this particular one. So I'm just going to take my brush and be very careful to like tap it off. Try not to get powder everywhere, but we know it is going to. And then we're going to take it and just put it all over the skin. I use a really light hand when I do this. It probably looks like I am not using a light hand, but because there's so much product on here, I want to be careful that I do get it all blended in. You guys probably know, or maybe you don't, maybe you're new to my channel, I do a weekly makeup basket. And so usually if I do a get ready with me or something like that, it'll be products from that week's weekly makeup basket. So I'll have that link down below so you can see these products. Next, I'm going to go with toothpaste. This is Chocolate Soleil. You guys probably know this is not one of my favorites, but I pulled it from my basket, so we're going to go ahead and use it. I try to keep this one kind of on the backs of the cheek. I find, for me personally, it does not blend that well, and it is a little bit of a cakey formula. I don't really like it, but it's one of those things that I just own it. I love this highlight. This is Becca Pearl, but I know a lot of people don't talk about it because it is so special and scary, but what you have to do is just like lightly, I like to use the Real Techniques, you can see how crazy it is, the Real Technique setting brush. You need to tap it off, and then I put it on before my my blush, just so it kind of dulls it down a little bit. And you probably can't tell, but I'm barely touching my face. I'm going to take a little bit under my eyebrow. In the video, Angela used Sin, which is a highlighter from Urban Decay, but I don't own that one, so we're going to use this. It's just what I have on hand. Whatever you have on hand will obviously work. So, okay, come through. Yes, okay. And then last but not least, we're going to take a blush. This is Essence 20 Satin Love. This one is so good. This brush is, I talked about it in a makeup basket. It came in a kit from Amazon, but it's so like, I don't know, it's not stiff at all. And so what I have found to do is just put my blush on the apples of my cheek. I'll do it for both sides, and then I'll add a little more blush and just sweep it back. Same thing on the other side. And then I have enjoyed just running it through the bridge of my nose. And then I go back to that setting brush, and I just go over like right before the apples, so that it kind of blends more nicely. The Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, absolute favorite. L'Oreal Molto Mauve. I think the mauve will be really nice with this eye color to kind of help neutralize it. Alright everyone, this is the final look. My face makeup, because I use the same products every day, it always comes out like flawless and reliable, so I'm not really shocked there. But let's zoom in on the eyes. I think I outdid myself. I think it looks so good. I don't know that it looks like Angela's. Okay, that's the video. I think it's good, yeah? I'm like looking for you guys for approval. Thank you all for watching. I personally like watching a full face of makeup be applied, so I wanted to add the full face. The ladies just did whatever worked for them. This is our creative outlet. When I do collabs, I don't want to stifle anyone's creativity. I just want to bring people together. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you ladies for collabing with me. Please go check out them down below. See how their look checked out. And you can go ahead and check out Angela's look too, since she was our inspiration, and see how different probably we all look from her. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!